What's up, y'all? Winnie here, and welcome back to the Mega Man Zero ZX collection. So, as I said in the last video, I was going to look up what was going on in the first one, since I was not going to play through the whole thing. And what I learned, one thing I learned that was kind of funny, is that apparently Mega Man Zero was the most difficult one in the franchise. And these games were commissioned by Capcom to be made by Inti Creates, the people who made the Azure Striker Gunvolt series, and I guess also Mighty Number 9, and helped with the Bloodstained games. But I was right that the thing in the screen that threw down the sword was X. Apparently, X became a cyber elf and didn't have a body anymore, and so it's like, Zero, you have to go forward and help people. Also, the reason everything went south was because CL made a super city and wanted X to run it, but X disappeared, so she made a fake X. But the fake X didn't have real X's morals and was like, if we're having an energy crisis, the fastest way to help humanity is for there to not be Reploids anymore, so they're all Mavericks, let's kill them. And the reason this is the direction the game went in is because Inti Creates wanted X to be the bad guy, straight up. But they switched it to a copy of X because they didn't think fans would like that very much. And I mean, I don't know that I would call myself a fan, but I think I, for one, after playing through, well, trying each of the 8 Mega Man X games, and seeing the direction that X was heading in, if they had put out Mega Man Zero and actual X was the villain in that way, I think I also would have been upset, even without being able to really call myself a fan of Mega Man as a franchise. I did like most of the X series for what I tried. 4, I think 3 onwards I really enjoyed, definitely 4 onwards. Whereas I didn't really enjoy Mega Man Zero because it just kind of felt like a pain to play. And it doesn't sound like that's going to stop. It sounds like these ones are all going to be on the Game Boy Advance, and then the ZX ones are for the DS. Which at the very least has enough buttons for me to be using the whole controller. But for now, with all of that out of the way, let's check out Mega Man Zero 2. It's kind of funny that it says Capcom won it, but it never doesn't seem to mention Inti Creates at all. New game. Right, and it ended with him in the desert. But there wasn't any more mention of Seal after that, so I guess she died? It has been a year since Zero chose to take a different path from Seal. Oh, she's evil then? He still fights against Neo Arcadia. It didn't sound like she did anything wrong though, she just made a mistake. But these battles have lost meaning for him. Zero knows that to find his purpose, he should find Seal and the Resistance soldiers. So she wasn't doing bad things, he just was not helping her for some reason. Oh, there's a bunch of the evil X-Robots. Let's go! Which direction am I going? Oh. Do I not have the saber anymore? Why would I not be using the saber if I have the saber? Look what it does. Why would he be using the gun? Are there just infinite of them? So if Seal's not like in charge of these and the fake X has been killed already, this isn't fun anymore. Yeah, I'm glad I checked to see if I actually had the Z-Saber. So if X was a Cyber Fairy, why did he just have... Oh, it's another one of these. Why did he just have the Z-Saber inside of a computer? Why was he able to do that? It doesn't seem to have a health bar, so I don't think I'm supposed to win. Oh, okay, I won. You're doing the Vegeta arm hold. Why are you winning? Slice. Slice. Oh, another one. But now there's less ground. Y'all really want me to use that gun, don't you? I'm not gonna. The gun is trash. Can I crouch? I cannot crouch. I don't know what that was, but it's gone now. Oh, thanks. What? That's bad. Why are there robot vultures? Why is that a thing that the world needed? Is there more than one golem? Oh. Yeah, that's just straight up Metroid Prime music again. Or Metroid Zero Mission. What the heck? Oh. That's not how scorpions work. Am I running or are we fighting? Okay, well, I'm running. I do feel like I could probably beat it, though. It looked like its health bar still had health in it. What? So who's sending these if he already beat the copy of X and codename Lightning Edge? Somehow, I did it, but it cost me everything. You're fine. I could just be buried in sand now. I guess he's been fighting non-stop for a year. Who the heck? Zero. To live or perish. Okay. New resistance base. Is that Seal? Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to your great efforts, it gives me great pleasure to announce the completion of this new resistance base. I thank you all for accepting me as the commander of this new base. I promise to bring about a new era of peace. It sounded like they said something in Japanese. For peace! Yeah! For peace! Oh, they're sealed. I'm still a little embarrassed when I think about being a commander. Are you sure about this? Trusting our fate to a Reploid like me? Absolutely. It was you who organized us to fight against Neo Arcade when we were barely able to escape from there. Sorry. I'm flattered, but you helped me all along. You know how unreliable I am without you, Seal. Or CL, whatever. You just keep in mind that we had to organize a resistance force in order to defend ourselves. Yes, I will remember that. And now, we are buying time for you to complete your research. Still, since X has not been resurrected yet, we couldn't ask for a better opportunity than now. Please allow me to carry out my operation. Alright. But promise me one thing, do not be too strict. And then he immediately becomes evil, doesn't he? You have my... Excuse me, sir. It's about Zero. He was found lying unconscious just outside the base. What? Zero? This way. Zero! Zero! Ugh! Is he gonna be all upset? Zero. Yeah, he's evil. I feel like he wouldn't just be in the corner of the screen like that if he wasn't. He's moving. Zero! Huh. Shoot. I'm glad you're alive! Zero! You're functional again! You were in rough shape. I'm amazed you're still alive. He's a robot. Welcome back! Arr. Where am I? You're in our new resistance base. Thanks to you, we were able to escape from Neo Arcadia and start a new life in this place. Thank you so much, and I'm sorry that we were unable to come rescue you. Come on, Seal. Zero must be very tired. I know you have lots to discuss with him, but why don't we let him rest for a bit? And Zero, I'm afraid that most of your weapons were broken, therefore, I fixed them. I also created a new weapon, so why don't you come by later and pick it up? Away he goes. Okay, I'll go here. I'll be in my lab for a while. Come talk to me when you're feeling better. He doesn't look like he's feeling better. He still looks like he's all... Or is that just how his face looks now? Room. You've recovered, Zero. You are known by all of our resistance soldiers, Zero. Well, except for the really new members who have just arrived. If you meet with someone, press up one, and you'll be able to talk to them. They'll be glad to talk to you. I remember. Seal and Servo are looking for you. What's up, pink dude? My name is Elpizo. I've been appointed as commander of this new resistance base. I've heard a lot about you. Please lend your support to us. Let's fight together and destroy Neo Arcadia. Destroy Neo Arcadia, huh? It's not that easy. Then what are you going to do? I don't know. You're a real funny Reploid. Anyway, nice to meet you, Mr. Legend. Also, it sounds like, it sounded like the reason these games are on Game Boy Advance is because the Mega Man Legend games had already happened. And the only reason I'm not covering those is because I don't really have any method to get them. Like, I think they were PS1 games, which I can get through the PS3, but not through the PS5. Unless I want to try to track them down for the PS1 and then play them with my PS2, but I feel like that's probably a lot of money. Let's find out. Mega Man Legends. Let's see. It's on the original PlayStation, the Nintendo 64, Windows, and PlayStation Portable. But it was put on Windows in 2001, so it's probably not anymore. Yeah, it looks like if I want to play it on a PS1 copy, it would be $67. I guess I can look into it later, but I don't really expect much out of that. But anyway, what's the new weapon there, boyo? What you got for me? How are you doing, Zero? Honestly, how can you wear out your weapons like that? But don't worry, I fixed them. I have created a new weapon called the Chain Rod for you. It's an outstanding weapon. Want instructions? It's a whip, isn't it? With the Chain Rod, you can hook and then hang on the ceiling or draw on an item. You can stab an enemy by holding the attack button as well as hitting an enemy normally. It's a useful weapon. You can also draw in an enemy once they are stabbed by pressing something on the D-pad. Why don't you try to hook the ceiling to hang? Okay, I'll get back to my research. Use it wisely. You got the chain rod. You got the shield boomerang. He didn't say anything about a shield boomerang. I don't have any cyber elves. So the Game Boy Advance had shoulder buttons, but apparently I can't use them. But there's a charge attack on the sword now, so that's something. I guess I can only use the chain whip if it's on my main. What's up, Seal? Or CL or whatever. Huh? Howdy. Zero! Are you okay? Uh-huh. That's good. I was so worried about you. We have been trying so hard to find you. I'm glad you found us. I found you? I came here before I lost consciousness? Do you remember what I'm working on? I'm conducting research that will help develop a subsequent energy for energy crystals. It's a great invention that can drastically change the world. Change the world? That doesn't sound good. Neo Arcadia began its iron-fisted policy because of the energy shortage. In order to protect the human society, rebels were discriminated against, labeled inferior citizens, and were sent to concentration. Holy crap! For retirement. History shows that a energy shortage in the era usually triggers a large-scale conflict. Once a substitute energy has been developed, the destructive conflict ends. When I told the story to Commando El Piso, he laughed at it. He does say he'll wait until I succeed in developing subsequent energy, but in truth, El Piso believes defeating Neo Arcadia is the only way to regain peace. After finish this, I'll bring order to the world, not with destruction, but by the power of science. My research is almost done. I still need a little more information, though. Anyway, I'm gonna manage your data for you. If you need me, come and talk to me anytime, okay? Save data now. Save data location. Okay, so how do I go about doing missions then? And why does he still look like he's sick? Oh. So, that's the Operation Righteous Strike. We're going to take advantage of the absence of X and thrust our forces upon Neo Arcadia. Victory's in your hands. For a better tomorrow and for all the Reploids. For our future! I noticed that one random blonde hair one with no helmet, y'all seem important since you're not wearing helmets and have colorful hair. Why, it's you, Zero. We're now preparing for an operation. Unlike the past minor scale ones, this operation will inflict a crushing blow to them. Once it succeeds, it will boost the morale of the resistance. Neo Arcadia is not a sitting duck. We cannot carry out a frontal assault. We should gain time with guerrilla operations and wait for Seal to complete her research. Thank you for the advice. We are going to continue our guerrilla activities. We've gained strength, and we are ready to work it out by ourselves. I'm sorry, I was too harsh. Needless to say, we still appreciate your cooperation. Will you help? Yeah, whatever. Thank you! Now here are the current missions I'd like to ask of you. Look at the monitor, can you see them? They may not be enough of a challenge for a legendary hero, but it would be very appreciated if you help us. Area, Forest of Dices, boss. High Leg Orobuckle, mission Rescue R. Computer Zone, boss Polar Gamrus, destroy CZ. Power Room, Phoenix Magneon, destroy PR. Train of NA, Panther Flowclaws, rob goods. let's go after Phoenix Mayon. There's no way to exterminate all of Neo Arcadia. The rumor says that there's an arms factory in a city situated about 100 kilometers north of our resistance base. We found a power reactor supplying electricity to the factory close to there. If we destroy the power reactor, we should be able to limit the number of enemy soldiers. Will you do it? I'll try. Mission commencing. Everyone, prepare for transfer. We're now ready for transfer. Can't he just do the thing? Operator, destroy all power reactors to put a stop to the factory functions for good. Currently, there are 4 power reactors in operation. This is interesting music. Okay then, I'll just hold charge. Haha! Okay, just 2 pokes and they just fall apart. Hada! I see you. I can aim down. Ow. Ah. Go around the fire. Is this the boss already? Oh, it's just one of the power reactors. Poke it. And super poke. Oh, that's not a super poke. Anyway, we move it. Ow. 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 Can I stand on these? Why does all of our food keep blowing up? Am I supposed to destroy the spikes? Hey! That's cool! Oh, that's a ladder. I'm gonna die. Oh, there I go. Okay. So, on the one hand, I personally do not really feel like I need to continue. However, that's not because I'm not enjoying it. I do like this one more than the first one. I don't particularly understand what's going on, but I do think it's also interesting that it's not just immediate 8 robot masters. It's just, okay, there are definitely some robot masters in there, but your mission is to do this thing and they're going to try to stop you. So it's not, go here and defeat this guy. It's, go here and do this thing, but the guy's going to be like, hey, I can't let you do that thing. I have to stop you for the good of New Arcadia. And then you cut him in half, and then he does not do good for Arcadia. He just does die. So, I also just don't want to let the video run over long, because before I actually start uploading all of this stuff, I am rapidly running out of room on my hard drive for this. So, I'm going to call this one here. But I do want to, like, make it clear that I am enjoying this one more than the first one. But also, it looks like that's because the first one was specifically designed to be difficult, and is considered by many people to be the hardest game. I don't know if they mean the hardest Z game or the hardest Mega Man game, but at least it wasn't just me. Because even with turning on the helpful mode, it didn't really feel like it was helping that much. But that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, a like and a subscribe will be groovy. If you didn't, you need to do either one of those things. If you want to click the bell, you can do that as well so that you're notified of future uploads. And now I'm going to go try to figure out why my throat's all doing it. Later.